Fine. In your Macout quantitative mathematics, you have this subject that is linear programming, and in the quantitative method there are many more topics that we will be covering. But I'm starting with the as you can say, it is almost a tough topic, which many of the students think that it is very tough. But if you understand the topic well, then definitely it is not going to be very tough. I think you all can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so linear programming. You all are science students, so you must have heard about linear programming. You all have heard about linear programming. Any idea about linear programming?
Linear programming is a technique used in operation research.
Technique used in operation research and
It is
anything
an
else?
important technique for management. It involves certain decision variables
Mhm.
and certain constraints and certain non-negativity constraints.
That's fine. Very good. Now, to make it very simple, I'm just talking you in a very simple term, and I'm not going through any definition. See, in our business and the economic situation, we are learning, we are studying management, and in our management, in our business management, we know that in economics also we have discussed that our resources are limited. The first and foremost thing is our resource constant. Our resources are limited. And with this limited resources, we have to optimize our satisfaction. That is, optimize or maximize our revenue. With our limited resources, we might have different or alternative objectives or alternatives variables, right? We have alternatives investment proposals, alternatives way wherein we can invest, or there are various things available. Now, we have to take a decision, right? In order to take decision, say it is related to our decision science. Operation research is what? Operation research is basically a technique through which we use the data that is available to us in forecasting. And why forecasting? Simply to take a decision for our future, for our near future. See, it all our business management, all the management focuses on our planning skill. The way we plan for the future, the more appropriate the planning is going to be, the more appropriate is going to be our forecasting and our operation. And as such, definitely the entire business will run smoothly. So the main focus here is our planning. Linear programming is actually used as a planning tool. What we have to plan? We have to plan something called optimum. That is our optimum schedule, optimum management of our resources. So every business would like to reach to a position which we call
Position which we
in
call in
kindly mute your calls, and if you have any issue you can ask me by unmuting. See, any business, the aim of any business is to reach to an optimum solution. Every time we would like to get the optimum place, we would like to reach to an optimum point where our cost is minimized, costing should be minimized, and our revenue should be maximized. These are the two main aims of any business: cost minimization and profit maximization. This is only possible when we reach to an optimum place. Let's say for schedule, I am a teacher, I have to schedule the classes. Fine. Now what I will aim? My aim is to schedule maximum students in a manner that I can deliver more classes, minimize my investment in time and energy. So this would be optimum, because if I could get more and more student in a single batch, that means if I'm investing only 1 hour in a day and I'm getting around 20 to 25 student, I'm teaching 20 to 25 student in an hour. Whereas if I'm teaching separate student in means individually, let's say I'm teaching 5 students for 5 hours, then definitely that is going to be a waste of my time, right? So optimization, like say, as I told, that optimum schedule, I have to schedule my batches in an optimum manner. So LPP, linear programming problem, this is also a technique. Fine, LPP is a technique for determining the optimum schedule of independent activities in a view of the available resources. So the main focus of linear programming is that we plan our programming. What is our linear programming? The word programming means planning. So linear programming, linear means when we talk about linear, it definitely tells you something about a relationship. Like say you must have studied this y is equals to a plus bx. This is the most simple linear equation that we have done in class 5 or 6. That is y is equals to a plus bx. What does it mean? That y is dependent on a plus bx, where y is dependent on x. A plus b is constant and x is variable. So according to the x, the entire y will vary. So now here also in the linear programming, we will manage or we will plan in a manner. They see in a business, there are many dependent variable and there are independent variable. Like say for an example, the wide variety of problems. See, LPP, we know that LPP linear programming technique and programming means planning. So programming is fine, planning is fine. So linear indicates a relationship. Here linear, that is y is equals to a plus bx, indicates a relationship between different variables. Now in a business, there are different decisions that you might have to take. As a manager, you might have to take certain decisions, right? So it may be a linear decision or it may be a non-linear decision. Normally, we have to take linear decisions only. If I'll increase the price of a product, what is going to be the impact of my revenue? If I'm increasing the market share of my product, what is going to be my new overall market share? What would be the increase? What would be the decrease in the ratio? Here, this way we have to define the variables, that is either dependent or independent in this manner. So, I'm just giving you some examples. Like, there are various problems that we can discuss where we use this LPP. For an example, one such is, if I have to decide on product quantities to maximize profit. I am producing product X, product Y, product Z. Let's say for an example, I am producing three types of product. Product X, product Y, product Z. Three types of product I am producing. Now, the cost of X is rupees 10 and the profit from X would be rupees 2. The cost of product Y is rupees 8 and the profit from the same is 0.50. Same way, the cost of product Z is rupees 5 or let's say 15 and the profit from it would be around 30 or let's say 5 rupees. And there are resources. Resources are always there. So here I have discussed about two things, that is the cost, profit, and now the resources. I have resources through which I can produce, suppose 10 number of product X, that is maximum I can produce is 10 number of product X, or then 5 number of product Y, and 6 number of product Z. See, there are three things, three variables that I'm considering. I'm writing in very brief. I'll be providing you the notes for this. So what I have discussed here, X. In order to, if I'm producing X, the cost price for producing X is rupees 10. The profit for producing X is 2 rupees per unit. And I have resources which is only 10, which can only support production of 10. Same way for Y, I told that I can produce, I can get a profit of 8 rupees, 0.50 paise, production cost is 8 rupees, and I can produce maximum 5. Fine. So here in this way, there are so many variables that I have to think. How I can maximize my profit? What in a manner, how I can maximize my profit? Definitely, as a manager, I'll think that I'll produce more of X and then I can maximize my profit. Fine. But I have only resources which will only support me 10 units of production of X. Then in that case, I have to means optimize my combination of the product that I can produce. Same way, there can be another problem like determine the number of advertising units of different advertising media to ensure maximum exposure. This is also one example. What does it state? Let's say I have to decide. I know that I have to advertise my product. Now, different advertising medium. Let's say I have I'm going to give an advertisement, and there are different advertising medium and which is reaching to the consumer differently. Let's say if I publish an ad in a newspaper, then what would be the reach? It can be lakhs of people, crores of people like this. For a mobile, what can be the cost and the benefit? So same way, I have to check the optimal means cost as well as the return factor here. So I have to combine it. Everywhere in the business, you will find this LPP utilizing everywhere in your business. Third would be decide least cost route of transportation of unit. Like if I have to transport the raw material from one source and then I have to send it to another source, that is my market. I have to source from the suppliers, the raw material, and I have to supply the finished product to the market itself. Then in that case, how I am going to decide on this? This would be easily solved with the help of this linear programming itself. Fine. Allocate order quantities of an item, like we say it reordering level, reordering quantity, all this thing. Select specific requirement investment from among alternative source to maximize return. If you are going to invest in any share, that time also you have to decide that what should be my amount of investment, what can be the combination of my shares in a portfolio. This way you see that this linear programming gives you an optimum decision level. It will give you an insight that what should be my optimum combination through where I'm investing and what should be my return. So whenever, see, this is basic economics. We know that we as a consumer, we all are rational consumer, and what we do, we invest and then we get return. Now we always try to maximize our return, but how it is possible? Because risk factors are always there. So in a manner, I can minimize my risk with investing in different allocation. It is basically the allocation of resources. As a consumer, we do it with the help of the indifference curve analysis, right? Is this clear? এখন অবধি কি তোমরা বুঝতে পেরেছো? Means the concept of linear programming is clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Vastavi, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Dash. तुम पहले just copy it and just okay. Okay. So I'm moving to the next part, that is the terminology. We use certain terminology in LPP, right? See, like everywhere we have to do it, like in quadratic equation or in any problems, we have to use certain terminology. The terminology in LPP is, first is the decision variable. Now, what is the decision variable? Decision variables are the unknowns to be determined from the solution of an LPP model. Now we understand that what is decision variable? That means we have to take a decision on it. Decision means simply the objective. Why decision? I have to find this, that what should be my price range for a product, or the amount, the combination of product that I should produce. So I have to take a decision that what are the unknowns and how to determine. So decision variables are the unknowns to be determined from the solution of an LPP model. Fine. For example, the decision variables in a product mix problem represent the quantities of the products to be produced. In a media selection problem, they represent advertising units of different advertising media. তো কি বলছে এখানে, the decision variable যদি একটা product mix problem হয়, then at that time what could be the decision variable? মানে কি কোয়ান্টিটি আমি প্রডিউস করব, সাপোজ আমি XYZ তিনটে প্রোডাকশন করছি, অ্যাজ আই জাস্ট শোড ইউ দ্যাট X কতটা মাত্রা আমি প্রোডাকশন করব, Y কতটা প্রোডাকশন করব, এন্ড Z কি মাত্রায় প্রোডাকশন করব in order to maximize the benefit, right? This is the decision variable in case of a quantity of products to be produced. Second, in case of an advertising media, আমি যদি একটা advertiser, I have to decide on the advertising media. There are so many media available. Print media is there, social media is there, or the digital medias are available, mobile and different communication technologies are available. So how much to invest and what should be my proportion of advertisement in different media that I have to take on, right? Now, the essential requirements of the variable are, they should be interrelated in terms of consumption of resources. See, whenever we are taking a decision, then that means what could be the requirements of a decision variable? The simple requirement, they would be interrelated. See, interrelated in terms of what? In terms of the use of resources. Normally, this is very clear that the decision variable is dependent on the use of resources. What is going to be my amount of resources investment? The more I use the resources, the more revenue I'll get. So this way, the relationship among the variables should be linear. Now, there has to be a linear relationship. That means directly they should be related with each other. Fine. Now, second terminology that we use is the word constant. We have used this term constant again and again in economics. You have studied in economics the term constant. So what do you mean by constant? Constant simply means the limitation of the resources, because we all know that there is certain constants, scarcity of resources is always there. We don't have enough or abundant amount of resources. Right, we cannot use it anyway or whatever way we can do. So constant is always there. A constant represents a mathematical equation regarding limitations imposed by the problem characteristic. So there is certain limitations imposed. So decision means constant is the limitations. In economic term, I call it scarcity. The constants define the limits within which a solution to the problem must be found. Most often, constant represents the limit of a resource input. For example, assume that a company is manufacturing X and Y numbers of two products, A and B. I'm giving an example. Let's say a company is manufacturing X and Y of two products. Assume that a company is manufacturing X and Y numbers of two products. See, in linear programming or any statistical or operational research things, always study more and more example, because you will be getting in the question itself, you will be getting more and more of example. Just a minute, let me give you an overview of the question paper you will get in Macaut. Let me check once. You have standard form of LPP. In your Macaut syllabus, the entire quantitative maths, you have probability distribution, sampling theory, estimation of parameters, and standard form of LPP. We're just doing the standard form of LPP now. So like a feasible solution, what is the feasible solution called? If the optimal means, there are certain questions like this. You will get MCQs also for this questions, like the decision, what is the decision variable, what are the constant. Don't worry, I'll be providing questions for this. Yes, you will be having MCQs for this. 1 marks question would be there, and optimal solution, feasible solution, all those things would be there. Then solving graphically, this would be there. So let us do this. The standard form of LPP, there will be many questions coming from the same. Let's explain the major assumptions in linear programming. There's a question of 7 marks that has come, right? So you can expect a theoretical question as well as practical questions would always be there. So let us move to the constant again. So constant, as I was discussing, suppose for an example, I was discussing that assume that a company is manufacturing X and Y numbers of two products. Two products is A and B. That means the company's product is A and B. Company product guno ki ache A and B, and X and Y is the number. Mane suppose ami 10 number of A banacchi or 20 number of Y banacchi. Fine. 20 number of B banacchi. And each unit of this product requires respectively M hours and N hours. Now, this product requires M and N hours of which only M and N hours of the machine shop capacity. So M and N hours of machine hour capacity is being used. Machine hour capacity is being used. Fine, is being used. Now, for which only T hours are available. So here, maximum availability is T hours. Fine, maximum availability is T hours. Then the constants on the production of the product A and B may be expressed algebraically as. Now, we have to express this in an algebraical expression. Algebraical equation. What would be the equation? That means I need how many amount of X and Y are the numbers of two products. A and B are producing. Fine. Means we have two products. A and B are two products. Now, here we know that limitation is A is there. A will have X. A will produce X numbers and B will produce Y number, right? And now, an M and N hours of machine hour capacity. Now, M and N hours. So, we can see that M hours means it is for X and N hours means it is for Y. It is being mentioned respectively. So M hours for X and N hours for Y. That is M multiplied by X and N multiplied by Y. This is the normal machine hour that will be utilized because product A is produced X in numbers and product B is produced Y in number. A je product A ta ache ami kotota banacchi 20 product banacchi. Suppose 20 means X. Here it is 20. So 20 into M, mane 20 into machine hours. M is the machine hours for A and B banacchi ami 10. So 10 is Y. Here 10 into, let's say আমি x আর x টা না লিখে আমি এটা 20m করতে পারি আর 10n করতে পারি because m is the machine hours for product A and n is the machine hours for product B. Is this clear? তোমরা এইখানে এই জিনিসটা ইকুয়েশনটা বুঝতে পারছো? x into m and y into n কেন আসলো? এখানে তোমরা বুঝতে পেরেছো এটা কেন এসছে? X into M and Y into N. Okay, to make it simple, আমি আরেকবার জিনিসটা বোঝাচ্ছি. Suppose I am producing two products. Now, M একটা product বানাতে আমার M hours লাগছে আর অন্য একটা product আমাকে বানাতে লাগছে N hours. Fine. There are two product. আমি একটা product বানাতে আমাকে M hours লাগছে, second product আমাকে বানাতে N hours লাগছে. But what is my maximum hours available? That is T hours. So whatever I do, whatever I am producing, তো যদি আমি কোনো productই বানাই, suppose আমি M আর N ই নিলাম, তো M plus N cannot go beyond T hours because the maximum availability is T. So M plus N should always be less than equals to T. মানে আমি M use করি, M hour use করি বা N hour. দেখো তুমি এই জিনিসটা বোঝো আমার কাছে টোটাল 24 আওয়ার্স আছে ইন আ ডে ফাইন সো আমি কোনো কাজটাই করি না কেন পুরো দিনে আমি অনেকগুলো কাজ করছি লেটস সে আমি 12 আওয়ার্স পড়াচ্ছি আর 12 আওয়ার্স আমি নিজের পার্সোনাল কাজ করছি তো এটা 12 plus 12 should be less than equals to 24 only or if say 13 hours আমি পড়াচ্ছি প্লাস 11 আওয়ার্স আমি নিজের পার্সোনাল কাজ করছি, বাট ইট হ্যাজ টু বি লেস দেন ইকুয়ালস টু 24 বিকজ ইন আ ডে উই হ্যাভ অনলি 24 আওয়ার্স। সো 24 আওয়ার্স ইজ মাই কনস্ট্যান্ট। আমি নিজের টাইমগুলো কিরকম ম্যানেজ করব? Let's say I have a total time and I'm allocating this. I have a total time of 24 hours. I'm allocating this to away my professional life and in my personal life. So however I allocate, if I allocate 12 hours or 20 plus 4 hours or 14 plus 10 hours, but whatever can be the allocation, whatever can be the combination, it cannot go beyond 24 hours, right? এটা তো 24 hours এর আগে যেতে পারবে না, যেতে পারবে কি?
Yes, ma'am.
যেতে পারবে না। তো এই কনসেপ্টটা বুঝেছো, that m plus n is less than equals to t?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম।
সোমেন বুঝতে পেরেছো? দেখো তোমরা যদি না বুঝতে পারো, ask me several time, I don't have any issue, ঠিক আছে? যদি কোনো প্রবলেম থাকে you can ask me several time. সোমেন,
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
এটা বুঝতে পেরেছো? এই কনসেপ্টগুলো বুঝতে পেরেছো?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, বুঝতে পেরেছি কিছু।
কোথায় প্রবলেম হচ্ছে you can ask me now only. যদি না বুঝতে পারো তাহলে তুমি এর আগে কনসেপ্ট বুঝতে পারবে না, এই জন্য প্লিজ ক্ল্যারিফাই করে নাও, দেন অনলি আই উইল মুভ টু অ্যানাদার সেকশন। দেখো আমি সবকিছু এত ডিটেলসে পড়াই না, যেটা দরকার হয় ওটাই ডিটেলসে পড়াই।
ম্যাম ম্যাম, আমি মোটামুটি এখন এটাতে মানে বুঝতে পারছি, মানে কিছুটা বুঝতে পেরেছি। এবার এটা আরেকটু ওটা study করার পরে আপনাকে মানে কিছুটা কোথায় প্রবলেম হচ্ছে ওটা ক্লারিফাই করে নেবো তাহলে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, এবার আমি তাহলে আগে বাড়ছি। মানে এটা বুঝতে পারছো তোমরা কি একটা মেশিনে আমি একটা প্রোডাক্ট বানাতে আমার m আওয়ার্স লাগছে আর অন্য একটা প্রোডাক্ট বানাতে আমার n আওয়ার্স লাগছে, ঠিক আছে? আই ডোন্ট নো হোয়াট ইজ দ্য এক্সাক্ট আওয়ার্স। ফর প্রোডিউসিং প্রোডাক্ট এ আই নিড m আওয়ার্স বিকজ এটা মেনশন আছে তোমার কাছে, ঠিক আছে? অ্যান্ড ফর প্রোডিউসিং বি আই নিড n আওয়ার্স, ইট ইজ মেনশন, ঠিক আছে? এবার উই হ্যাভ x and y নাম্বারস। সো x and y যদি নাম্বার থাকে তো নর্মালি আমি কি করব, m ইন্টু x and n into y because number, ওটা হয়ে গেল তোমার কাছে। এই যে নাম্বারটা আমি জাস্ট কি করলাম, m is the hour, এই একটা আওয়ার লাগবে। কত আমি কোয়ান্টিটি বানাচ্ছি, x কোয়ান্টিটি, আমি প্রোডাক্ট a কত কোয়ান্টিটি বানাচ্ছি, x, সো x ইন্টু m প্লাস আমি y মানে প্রোডাক্ট b টা কত বানাচ্ছি, প্রোডাক্ট b টা বানাচ্ছি আমি y কোয়ান্টিটি, y into m, fine. So this is my exact requirement for machine hours that I will produce, but whatever the allocation is, it has to be less than equals to t, that means it has to be less than equals to 24 hours এর আগে যেতে পারি না, তো আমি পুরো দিনে 24 hours এর exceed করতে পারবো না। Same way here also it is mentioned that it is t hours, the maximum availability is t hours. So whatever the allocation is between the product A and product B, I cannot move beyond t hours. Is this clear? এই পয়েন্টটা কনস্ট্যান্টটা যদি ক্লিয়ার হয় then I'll move to the objective function.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.